And we have a visitor this morning again. All right, good morning. Namaste. Today, I think I decided we're going to do Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. For those who would like to practice it at home and follow me during that. So that's what we'll be doing today. And a little bit of pranayama. If there is any request, anything you need to have, please, if you're welcome to text me or email me in advance, and I'll do that. Or the morning of course. Just tell me before we start. And anyway, I'm really happy to have you with me. So happy to have you with me. Let's begin. Let's begin. Please take your glasses off if you have glasses on. And sit comfortably as you possibly can. Try to make sure your back is straight, the neck is straight, and your head is straight. While we're breathing, it's important that all three of them be straight so that breath is effortless, that it's spontaneous. As you're breathing in, bring your shoulders up, take them back, and as you're breathing out, drop them. And gently close your eyes. Bring your hands in your lap, right palm holding the left, and the thumbs are gently touching each other. And breathe in through your nose and out through the center of the lips. In through the nose and out through the center of the lips. Continue to breathe this way. And I want you to observe what starts happening. The body starts slowing down. The signal you're sending to the body is that it's time to slow down. It's time, you're making the space for it. You're taking the time out for it. Continue to breathe this way. Breathe in through your nose and out through the center of your lips. Gently and slowly. Take your time. And at this moment, I want you to become aware of why you're here in this class at this moment in time. Why are you here? And what is your intention? Your intention for being here. If you hadn't really thought about it, you thought it might be nice to join Margie today, how about setting an intention? It can be anything, as you're here to be mindful about your body. You're here to bring this body into health. It can be anything like, I want to fill some time this morning because I have a lot of time on my hands. Okay, how do you want to fill the time? What is it that you want in that time for you so that the rest of your day is better, right? So that your life maybe is better. And I'd like you to add love and compassion to that intention. Whatever the intention may be, add love and compassion to it. In adding love and compassion to it, you're strengthening it, you're magnifying it. Let the intentions flow throughout the whole practice. Breathing in through the nose and out through the center of the lips. Become aware of the space in which you're sitting. Become aware of how safe you are in that space. If you're outside, very fortunate, right? You're probably surrounded by nature. And you're probably grounding yourself very well that way. If you're inside, you're also very fortunate, nice and warm, surrounded by walls that keep you safe. And you also are being grounded if you're sitting on the ground. Either way, there's no right answer. Whatever's best for you right now is the right answer. Become aware of how stable you are at this moment in time. The foundation is strong. Your body's cooperating. You made the decision to be here, and the body's accepting it. And the mind is following with it. Once you've made a decision and accepted and intended it, the mind will follow. It's in vacillation that we create a lot of disturbance in the mind. But once we set an intention and align with that, then the mind settles in with that, usually. If it doesn't, it's because there's still some vacillation. And let the mind settle in this space where you are right now. I want you to become aware that at this moment, you are breathing. As you're breathing in and taking that life source in, be aware of that. And as you're breathing out and releasing it, be aware of connecting. Be aware of the cycle as you're breathing in, being nourished, and as you're breathing out, nourishing. Be aware of the sounds that you hear. Sound of my voice, maybe some noises in your home, some sounds in the home, maybe some sounds outside. I want you to hear them, but more than hear them, I want you to listen to them. I want you to be aware of being able to hear. And in listening, being able to focus on what you hear. I want you to become aware of the taste in your mouth. It might be slight. You may think it's none at all, or it may be very strong. You think, wow, that was really good, right? But be aware of having taste, and I want you to go to where in the mouth you are tasting. Where is it? Pinpoint that place, exactly where it's coming from. The beauty of being able to taste an ice cream. Whatever it is that you like. Become aware of any scent around you. Be aware of being able to smell. Be aware of maybe there not being any scent, but the possibility that if there were, you would be able to smell it. Your eyes are closed, but I want you to be aware of the last thing you saw before you closed your eyes. The colors, the texture, the different dimensions of it, the depth, the shapes, the shades of color. Be aware that through all these senses is how we perceive life. At this moment, how you're perceiving life, how I'm perceiving life. I want you to settle into the fact that you are able to perceive, and as a result, you're able to experience life. At this moment, I want you to choose to be grateful for what you're experiencing. At this moment, I want you to choose to be grateful for being safe. And allow that gratitude to settle in you as the body has relaxed, the mind has aligned with it. In that gratitude, that alignment becomes easier. In that gratitude, we become one in the mind, in the body, and in that space in the middle of the chest. Allow yourself to settle there as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Enjoy being there. Enjoy the privilege of being you. And for those of you who know it, please join me now. Sarvetra Sukhina Santo Sarve Santo Niramaya Sarve Patrani Pashanto Makashvitu Kamapna Om. Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunatu Saharveryam Karvavahe Tejasvinavahitamastu Ma Virvishavahe Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May every being be happy. May every being be free from all diseases. May every being feel and appear blissful. May there not be trace of sorrow within any being. Bless us so we may live together. We may be nourished together and learn the brilliance of this knowledge together, leading to self-unfoldment without any sense of pride, prejudice, or ego. May peace prevail along our bodies and our minds. May peace prevail throughout all the celestial bodies in the cosmos. And may peace prevail along our journey to self-realization. May peace prevail. Om Shanti. Namaste. Keep your eyes closed, please. Bring your hands on your knees with your palms facing toward the sky. Fingers are relaxed and extended. We'll be chanting Om 5 times. Om is A-U-M. Don't try to extend it. Don't try to control it. Just take what the breath gives you. I want you to focus on the crown of your head, the center, bottom right-hand corner of your heart, in the chest, and the center of your palms, both palms. When you're chanting, I want you to be aware of those places in your body. As you begin, I want you to be aware of the Om beginning at the center of the chest and vibrating and reverberating throughout your whole body. Experience that. Allow yourself to experience that. I want you to be aware of the connection through the crown of the head. And I want you to be aware of receiving through the center of your palms. Take a deep breath in, and we'll begin. Without moving, please stay where you are. I want you to be aware of the heaviness that has settled in your hands. It may feel like you're holding something. And now I'd like you to be aware of where it is in your body that you need a little extra help, maybe a little extra healing. Maybe there's some discomfort, some pain. If you're finding that you're okay, but your mind is racing and you need a little extra love there, I'd like you to place your hands there. If it's the mind, put your hands on the top of your head and visualize the hands being like a blanket, a comforting blanket. If it's on anywhere in the body, then place the hands there. What you're going to notice is that the heaviness that was in your hands will be leaving. And that energy will be transferred wherever you put them. But where you put them doesn't make that place heavy. I want you to notice that. Quite the contrary. If you're placing them on your head, you're giving a sense of well-being to the mind. That signal that everything's okay. You're here for it. There's nothing at this moment in time to worry about. If it's in the body, you're giving it the signal that you're here. That the hands and that energy are part of that self-love and self-healing. The body's receptive to that, and the mind is receptive to that. Once the hands feel light and you feel like you've done everything you can, bring the hands back on the knees, palms facing toward the sky. Index finger and thumb in contact with each other, 3 fingers extended. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Breathe in again. And as you're breathing out, become aware of your body and the space in which your body is sitting. Breathe in again. And as you're breathing out, let the breath begin at the crown of the head and flow through the body in gratitude for this space and this place at this moment in time. Om Shanti. Namaste. And when you're ready, very, very slowly, very gently, open your eyes and extend your legs. We'll give a few moments for the legs to wake up. When you're sitting like this, try not to ever get up immediately. Try to make sure that you extend the legs before you get up. That way your hips will be in alignment. You'll give the body a chance to react to the next movement, okay? We will be doing Surya Namaskar, like I said, and the reason we're doing Surya Namaskar is because sun salutation is because it's very effective, first of all, of course, and it addresses every part of the body. We will be doing it gently. We will be doing it slowly. I'd like you to practice this if you'd like at home. That's why I want to do it today, so we can record it and you can practice it at home on the days that we're not together, or even on the days that we're together. If I don't do it and you feel like doing it, by all means, please do. It's very effective and it's very kind. Try to be mindful of being with the postures. Toes are tingling. And remember, the difference between yoga and exercise is that in yoga, you're with the body, you're observing the body, you're flowing with the body. The mind is there. It's not somewhere else. It's within. It's observing what's happening, what the body needs, and connecting. And you flow that way. You learn to flow through everything that way. If we can keep connecting, going back to center, so that the outside isn't that place where there's fear. And I'm not going to say that you won't have fear at moments. That's not what I'm saying, because fear helps us to get through situations. But the mind seems to create a lot of fear unnecessarily. And so yoga, in this sense, helps a lot. Anyway, if you can do this every morning, terrific, of course. But if you just do it when you join me, that's good too. Whatever it is that you need. So we'll begin. And we're going to go right into Surya Namaskar because I want to make sure that we have enough time to do it. Can everybody hear me okay? Yeah? Okay, good. All righty. So I'm going to lift the camera just a little bit so that you can see my arms. You might, there we go. Okay, let me move myself back a little bit so you can see me better. Okay, maybe I'll move this back a little bit. Sorry, guys. All right, let's see. Okay. I think this is about as good as it's going to get, maybe. Because I want you to make sure that you can see the mat. Okay, let's do this. Please stand comfortably as you can. And what do I mean by that? You want to keep your feet parallel, hip width apart. This ensures that your base is solid. Everybody's hips are different. So my hips are at about here. Somebody with narrower hips would have their feet closer together. Now, if your balance is off, separate them a little bit more. I like to separate mine a little bit because sometimes my balance is off. So I need that. I need that extra cushioning. Bring your palms at the voice box. Thumb is at the voice box. Index finger and middle finger is cradling the chin. And just stand here for a moment. I'd like you to close your eyes, and I want you to find physical center. What does that mean? I'd like you to lean forward a little bit so that there's pressure on the toes, just a little. You'll feel pressure on the toes because the toes are holding on because the weight isn't toward them. Now go back to center. And now I'd like you to put back the pressure on the heels. So you're leaning back a little bit and the pressure's on the heels. Come back to center. Now I'd like you to shift your weight so that the weight is on the right foot. Come back to center. And I'd like you to shift so that the weight is on the left foot. Come back to center. Center means the soles of the feet are stable. There's no extra weight on the toes. There's no extra weight on the heels. The weight is distributed evenly. Separate the toes, let them sink into the ground. Excellent. And now I want you to be aware of the effect of the palms being together. There's a physical happening when the palms come together. There's an emotional happening when the palms come together, and there's a psychological happening. What does that mean? Duality becomes one physically, emotionally, psychologically, and intellectually when those palms come together. The whole being feels it. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, slide the palms down your chest. Make sure the bottoms of the palms are still together. Don't slide it down so far that they separate. And I want you to feel the slight push that happens when you do this. You're pushing slightly on the hands. Become aware of that. It's so beautiful. Become aware of the effect on the upper arms, the shoulders, the shoulder blades, the wrists. And now I'm going to turn sideways so you can see the rest of the postures. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, extend the arms in front of you. Palms are together, arms are straight at shoulder height. Breathe in again and raise the arms up. Arms are next to your ears. Palms are together. Imagine the middle fingers being pulled up toward the sky. Open your eyes. Let your head hang back, free and loose. You're only bending slightly from the sternum so that you can feel it at the sternum. It's not a big bend. Your eyes are open. I don't want you to keep your eyes closed here because I don't want you to get unbalanced. I don't want you to lose your balance. So we keep our eyes open. Breathing in, bring the head up. And as you're breathing out, you're going to fold forward and down. You're folding from the waist all the way down. Go as far as you can. If the shins is as far as you can go, if that's what the body lets you do, by all means, stay there. If you can hold on to your ankles, please, by all means, do that. If you can hold on to the ankles from the back, your forearms along your calves, head is down. I want the head to be relaxed, the neck to be relaxed. Do the best that you can. Keep your knees straight. Don't bend your knees. Become aware of the blood flowing to your brain. Nice stretch in the spine, all the way through the backs of the legs, stimulating the nervous system, nourishing the brain. Slowly and gently release the legs, bend the knees slightly, and bring the fingers in line with the toes. And take your left foot back. Left knee is on the ground. Top of the left foot is on the ground. Your right knee is bent. Palms are on the ground. Your knee is in line with the right chest. It's not in the armpit. It's in line with the chest. This is a nice pull throughout the insides of your legs. And you may begin here, but I'd like you to go into the posture, bringing yourself forward and down. So your hips go down and bring the head up. Nice stretch through your neck. I'd like you to feel the stretch throughout the insides of your thighs. It begins from the torso all the way down through the insides of your legs to the big toe. Feel it. Feel that nice pull on that left leg. All righty. Shift your weight onto your left knee. Come back and take the right foot in line with the left foot. Tuck your toes under so that they're toward you. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, go up on the toes, way up on the toes. Go up as far as you can. Tuck your chin to your chest. Put pressure on your thyroid. And bring the heels down. Shift the weight so that it's on the feet, on the lower part of your body. The hands are there for stability. Tuck your chin in, put pressure on your thyroid. And become aware how strong you are. The pull throughout the backs of your legs. The hands are your base. Become aware of how firm and how stable your hands are and your arms are. Slowly and gently as you're breathing in, come back down onto your knees. Toes are still tucked under. Breathing in here, and as you're breathing out, I'd like you to shift your body so that your shoulders are in line with your hands and drop the shoulders. Hands are under the shoulders. Your chin is on the ground. Chest is on the ground. Belly button is off the ground. Nice stretch through the throat. Nice stretch through the spine. We're going to shift, and I want you to use your toes to shift. So, as you're breathing in, push forward. Push the body forward, and bring the belly button in contact with the ground. Chest is off the ground. Elbows are near the body. Palms are planted on the ground. Tops of the feet are on the ground. Head is up and back, and chest is definitely off the ground. As you're breathing in, straighten the arms and go into Bhujangasana, into Cobra. Head is up and back. Relax your buttocks, relax the legs. Be aware of that space between your eyebrows. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, go back onto your knees. Tuck your toes under. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, go up on the toes. Tuck the chin in. Up, up, up. Nice mountain. And bring the heels down. Again, remember, shift the weight so that the weight is in the lower part of the body. The hands are nice, they're a base. Shift the weight there, the weight that's in the upper part of the body, so that you create lightness through the arms and the shoulders. Come back onto your knees, breathing in. And as you're breathing out, bring that left foot forward in line with the fingers. Palms are on the ground. If you're up here, if your hips are up, I'd like you to bring the knee forward and down, and that'll bring the hips closer to the ground. Try to bring the hips as close to the ground as you can. Top of your right foot is on the ground. Left knee is in line with the left side of your chest, not in your armpit. Head is up and back. Become aware of the pull through your right leg, inside of the right leg, all the way down to the big toe. Beautiful, it's a beautiful stretch. Shift your weight onto your right knee. Tuck your toes in the right foot under and use the toes to push yourself up and forward so that the right foot is in line with the left foot. The body is folded. Hold on to the legs wherever you can. Please hold on to the legs. Don't let the arms be free. I want you to be anchored at the legs. So you're either holding onto your shins, onto your ankles, or the back of the ankles, forearms in line with the calves, head is hanging free and loose. Very good chance for the neck to have a nice stretch, for the vertebra in each part of your neck to make space, and for the brain to receive lots of oxygen, lots of blood flowing to it. Bring the palms together, arms straight next to your ears. So the palms are together, arms are straight, the arms are next to your ears. You can bend your knees slightly if you need to, but use your breath and keep this position as you're coming up. So as you're coming up, breathing in, come up, arms are next to your ears, use that breath in. And stay here. Let stability come back to your body. You might feel a little lightheaded, and that's okay. If you're feeling dizzy, please open your eyes, but otherwise keep the eyes closed. I want you to experience what's happening in the body. Feel the balance coming back. There's a certain lightness that has settled in your body that you didn't have before we started. Be aware of that. Alrighty, open your eyes. Let your head hang back, free and loose. Bend just slightly, just enough so that you feel it in your sternum. Sternum is right below your ribs, in the center. Breathing in, come back up. Close your eyes. And as you're breathing out, bringing the arms forward and down. And breathing in, bring the thumbs at the voice box, index finger and middle finger, cradling the chin. Stay here for a moment, for a few breaths. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, slide the palms down the chest to the center of your chest. Be aware that your body responded to every command, every suggestion made by me. The brain sent the signal, and the body knew what to do. Leave judgment aside. The beauty is the body knows, and it can respond to the brain. Slowly and gently release the hands and open your eyes. Alrighty. Surya Namaskar, the sun salutation, is a dance. And it's an internal as well as a physical dance. So if you can tune into the body and the beauty of what's happening in the body when you're performing it, it's quite an amazing experience. And every time you do it, it's different. So we did one side, now we're going to do the other. What do I mean by that? The feet move forward and back in a different order. This time we'll be doing it with mantra. For those of you who would like to chant when I'm not around, I'll give you that. So we'll do it together, and we'll be chanting the mantra for each posture. Enjoy it. The vibration of that mantra is beautiful. The gift that it gives and that vibration is quite sensational. So just enjoy it and just repeat it. If you don't know it, it's okay. Just repeat it. Bring your palm, check your feet, make sure your base is stable. Feet are hip width apart, parallel to each other. The insides of the feet are parallel, right? Bring the thumbs at the voice box, index finger and middle finger cradling the chin, and just stand here for a moment. Find your physical center in the same way we did it before. You don't have to be as deliberate about it, but now you know what the physical center is, right? How the feet feel when you're physically centered. And also now I'd like you to center yourself physically and spiritually. While we perform the asanas, tune into what's happening, tune into the mantra and the effect of that mantra. Breathe in And as you're breathing out, slide the palms down the chest, palms together at the center of the chest into Pranayama. And the mantra is Om Mitrai Namaha. We'll be chanting 3 times. Om Mitrai Namaha. Om Mitrai Namaha. Om Mitrai Namaha. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, extend the arms in front of you. Arms are straight. And bring the arms up as you're breathing in. Arms are next to your head, next to your ears. Middle fingers are going up toward the sky. Open your eyes, let your head hang back, free and loose. Bend so that you feel it at the sternum. And the mantra is Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Om Ravaye Namaha. Breathing in, bring your head up. And as you're breathing out, fold forward and down, all the way down. Do the best that you can. Hold on to your legs, wherever it is that you can do that. Become aware of the head hanging free and loose. Knees are straight so that the pull is more effective throughout the backs of the legs. And the mantra is Om Surya Namaha. Om Surya Namaha. Om Surya Namaha. Om Surya Namaha. Bend your knees slightly. Bring your hands next to your feet. Fingers are in line with your toes. And we're going to be taking the right foot back. Right knee is on the ground. Left knee is in line with the left side of the chest. Palms are flat on the ground. Hips are as close to the ground as you can have them. Head is up and back. And the mantra is Om Bhramari Namaha. Sorry, I forgot to take it off the hook. Om Bhramari Namaha. Om Bhramari Namaha. Om Bhramari Namaha. Slowly and gently bring the weight back onto the right knee and take that left foot in line with the right foot. So the knees are next to each other, fingers are planted on the ground, hands are planted on the ground. Bend the toes toward you and go up on the toes, chin to the chest, tuck the chin in. And bring the heels to the ground. And the mantra is Om Gagai Namaha. Om Gagai Namaha. Om Gagai Namaha. Om Gagai Namaha. Slowly and gently as you're breathing in, bring the knees on the ground. Keep the toes tucked under. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, bring the shoulders on the ground, shoulders in line with your hands. Your chest is on the ground, belly button is off the ground. Nice stretch through the neck, beautiful stretch through the spine. And the mantra is Om Pushre Namaha. Om Pushre Namaha. Om Pushre Namaha. Om Pushre Namaha. Slowly and gently use your toes to push the body forward. Belly button is in contact with the ground. Chest is off the ground. Tops of your feet are on the ground. Elbows are close to your body. And the mantra is Om Hinyagirvai Namaha. Om Hinyagirvai Namaha. Om Hinyagirvai Namaha. Om Hinyagirvai Namaha. Slowly, very slowly and very gently, straighten the arms, bring your head back. Become aware of the center between your eyebrows. Let go of the hips. Any tightness, just let it go. Let the legs be relaxed. Become aware of the beautiful curvature of your spine and the stretch through the throat all the way down to your pelvic region. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, come back onto your knees. Tuck your toes under. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, go up on the toes, chin to the chest. Put pressure on the thyroid. And bring the heels down onto the ground. Make sure the weight is shifted to the bottom part of your body. And the mantra is Om Mariche Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Om Mariche Namaha. Slowly and gently bring your knees on the ground. Bring your left foot forward. Left knee is in line with the chest. Right knee is back. Become aware of the pull throughout the right leg. Palms are on the ground. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Om Adityaya Namaha. Slowly and gently, very slowly, bring the weight back onto your right knee. Tuck the toes under and use the toes to push yourself forward. Bring the right foot in line with the left foot. Bring the head down. The neck is loose, very loose. Let there not be any stress in the neck. Hold on to the legs wherever you can. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Om Savitre Namaha. Relax the hands, bring the palms together. Arms are in line with your ears. The arms are straight, palms are together. I'd like you to keep this position, and as you're breathing in, come up. Use the breath to bring you up all the way. Keep your eyes closed if you can. If you're dizzy, please open your eyes. And just become aware of the lightness that has settled in the brain. Feel the blood as it's flowing back down to the body. Be aware of the lightness that has settled in your body. How beautiful that is. Open your eyes. Let your head hang back, free and loose. Bend so that you feel it at the sternum. It's a small bend. Om Bharakai Namaha. Om Markai Namaha. Om Markai Namaha. Om Markai Namaha. Bring the head back up. You can close your eyes again. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, bring the arms at shoulder height. Arms are still straight, palms are together. And as you're breathing in, bring the thumbs at the voice box, index finger and middle finger are cradling the chin. Become aware of how your body feels, how the mind feels. Be aware of the palms being together and the effect of that. Allow yourself to be grateful for this body and this mind. Breathe in, and as you're breathing out, bring the palms down the chest, keeping the palms together at the center of your chest. Om Bhaskrai Namaha. Om Bhaskrai Namaha. Om Bhaskrai Namaha. Om Bhaskrai Namaha. Slowly and gently release the hands. Keep your eyes closed. Be aware of what's happening in your body. Be aware of what's happening in the mind. Be aware of connecting within. And slowly and gently, when you're ready, open your eyes. Okay. In Surya Namaskar, we have beautiful linear stretches, right? Like through the legs, the spine, so beautiful. But we don't have any twists. So we're going to add a twist to this. Nice twist to the spine. It's very good for your balance. It's very good for the nervous system, of course, because you're twisting the spine. It's just good all the way around. So let me show you, and then we'll do it together. So you'll be beginning in this position, base position, right? Feet are parallel, hip width apart. The hands, to begin with, come on the thighs. As we don't do it yet, we'll do it together. Oh no, unless you want to. As you breathe in, the arms come up. In this case, I'm going to my right. And as I breathe out, and I go up on my toes. And as I breathe out, I bring the heels down and run the inside hand, right? The hand that's on the inside, all the way down. So if I went to the right, it would be my left hand, all the way down to the ground. And the other arm, the right arm, goes toward the sky. I want to try to keep them in a linear position as much as you can. Now, if what your body allows you to do is this is fine. Do what you can. Do what your body allows you to do today. You may be surprised tomorrow what you want to do. But I'd like you to turn. This is where the twist comes in. Turn and look at the right hand. And if you can't see it, it's okay, but I want you to imagine seeing it, because eventually, if you continue doing this, you will see it. What you're doing when you do this is really making a difference in your balance. You're pointed down, your body's going down, but you're looking up. All right, to come out of the posture, I want you to, as you're breathing in, run your hands along the inside of that left leg. That right arm comes down at the same time. They coordinate, and you come back to center. Okay? All righty, so let's do it together. Do the best that you can. And remember, because last week you could touch the ground and it was very easy, and this week there may be a little stiffness, so honor the body. If you feel pain, back out. Never pain in yoga. Discomfort, pushing ourselves is okay, but not pain. So let's do this. So let's begin. Palms on the thighs, feet hip width apart, maybe a little more than you normally would, maybe a little wider than the hips, not too wide, but just so you have a good base. All right, and when you go up on the toes, you don't have to go up very high, just enough so that the heels are off the ground. All right, breathing in, bring the arms up, and breathing out, twist to your right. I'm going to my right too. As I'm breathing out, I'm going to bring the heels on the ground. We'll do 2 steps out of this. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, take that left hand on the inside of the left leg. Breathing out, remember, as you're going down, you're breathing out, and go all the way down to wherever your body can do today, okay? Once you're down, I want you to twist and look at the right hand. That's going toward the sky. The breath is shallow here. You can't take a deep breath here, and that's okay. That's what we want. That's what the body can do. Honor what the body can do. Look toward your right hand. Do the best that you can. Slowly and gently now. Take the left hand, as we're breathing in, run it along the inside of your left leg as you're bringing that right arm down. Stimulate all the nerve endings along the inside of the leg, as well as the lymphatic system. And come up to the beginning position. Now let's do the other side. Bring the palms back onto your thigh. Make sure that your base is good. As you breathe in, the arms come up to shoulder height. And as you breathe out, you twist. Bring the heels down. Remember, you went up on your toes. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, go all the way down. Taking that hand along the inside of the right leg. Bring the right palm on the ground. Left palm is facing toward the sky. Left arm is straight. Right arm is straight. And turn so that you can see that left hand. And become aware of the twist in the spine. Become aware of the arms being straight but in line with each other, one going down and one going up. And slowly and gently, start running your right hand along the inside of your right leg as you're coming up. Come back to the beginning position. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. And repeat after me. Actually, I'd like you to open your palms. Palms out, fingers extended, palms open, ready to receive. Yeah? All righty. Breathe in just for a moment. And breathe out. And now, please repeat after me. I am whole. I am full. I am total. I'm complete. I am perfect. I am Purnam. I am Sunyam in Purnam. I'm rich in the knowledge. I'm beautiful the way I am. I am a divine being. I am a divine being. I am a divine being. Allow those words to settle into every cell in your body. Allow them to settle into every brain and every heart and every cell in your body. Bring the palms together at your chest. Be aware of your intentions. Why are you here? And slowly and gently release them and open your eyes. And have a seat, please. Okay, please sit comfortably for a moment. Keep your eyes closed. I want you to be aware of the effect of the postures on your body and your mind. Let the breath settle. Let the breath come back to normal if it's not already. Be aware of this moment and this space. And slowly and gently open your eyes. Okay, we're going to do a different pranayama today. This is, it's called Bhramari. Bhramari is very, very effective. Bhramari is brilliant, to say the least. All the pranayama are brilliant. But this one specifically, quick short story. I had a lot of lesions in my brain, and I think Bhramari had a lot to do with a lot of my healing. It exercises what we've just done are asanas, right? But asanas really are a form of exercise for the body. So there have been studies that suggest that if we do physical exercise, we have neurons in our brain, new neurons in our brain that begin to grow. Once they begin to grow, what's happening? We're creating more brain tissue, right? But here's the thing. If we don't do anything with that, if we don't do anything with the brain after that physical exercise, some of those new neurons recede. And most of those new neurons recede. If we were to exercise the brain directly afterward, then they continue to grow. So what does that mean? How do you exercise the brain? You can exercise the brain by doing Sudoku, for example, or learning a new instrument, not a new song on an instrument you know, but a new instrument, by chanting, or by doing Bhramari. What does Bhramari do? It creates vibration in the brain, and that vibration stimulates those neurons to continue to grow. So we have just done some exercise. So now let's stimulate those neurons to continue to grow. You can do Bhramari anytime. You don't have to do it before, or after exercising or doing asanas. But it's an amazing opportunity to help the brain, not just for those of us who may have issues like in the case of having MS or something else going on with the brain, but for all of us. Our brains are aging, no matter what age you are. And so this is a nice extra boost. They did a study in Australia on the effect of brain waves, stimulating the brain waves through sound. And they found that it made a huge difference in lesions and other things that were happening in the brain with people like with Parkinson's or MS or other diseases. Well, that to me is the modern version of Bhramari, because what are you doing when you're doing that? You're stimulating that area. So anyway, let's continue. I just want to make sure that you're clear on this. The other thing it's very good for is insomnia. If you're having a hard time sleeping, somebody today said they were having a hard time sleeping, try the Bhramari before you go to bed. Of course, the Nadi Shodhan, that alternate nostril breathing that we've done before, but Bhramari as well. Bhramari is very effective. So let me show you how to do Bhramari, and then we'll do it together. So the translation of Bhramari is wasps buzzing. I call it bees buzzing because I don't hear wasps buzz, but I do hear bees buzzing. So imagine bees buzzing. And people do it very differently. Some people like to place their hands on their face. I don't. I like to put my middle finger in the center of my forehead. And then I take my thumb, and we have this little overlap here. I press down on that. I don't put my thumb in my ear. I press down on that. And that tunes out any of the outside sound. And it's very comfortable for me as opposed to putting my thumbs in my ears. And I don't put my hands on my face. I use my hands almost like an awning. I like the space on my face. This feels confining. But as you practice, see what's good for you. Because what's good for me isn't necessarily what's good for you in the position of your hand or your thumbs for that matter. But today, do it the way I'm asking. And as you progress, then you adapt it to what's best for you. So let me show you. So this is my position. And I suggest that you keep your eyes closed and focus on what's happening in the brain when you're doing this. We're going to be humming. When you hum, try to keep an even tone. Try not to go up and down. When you start running out of breath, stop. Because what happens is when you're running out of breath, you won't be even keeled. You'll be doing this. Because you're trying to stretch it. Try to keep even. Try not to go up and down. And once you run out of breath, start again. It doesn't have to be long. It just has to be even. And you do one, take a breath, and do another one. So let's do this together. So let me show you once, and then we'll do it together. So my thumbs are covering, not going in. Middle finger touching at the center of my forehead. The other fingers are like awnings. I breathe in. And then I begin. We will do this. Actually, we're going to do it 11 times. I want you to feel the full effect of this. So we will do it, extend it for that period of time. 5 times is good. 11, in this case, I just want you to feel the full effect. And I would suggest doing 11. And since we have the time, let's do it. And if you're going to watch this video again, then it'll give you that process to do it for those 11 times. Once we're finished, I'm going to ask you to sit silently. Just sit. What will happen is you will feel and hear that vibration as if it were somewhere off in the distance. Enjoy that. That's part of the process. And then we'll lie down and go into Yoga Nidra. Okay? All right, so let's begin. And remember, 11 times. You don't have to stay at my pace. Go with what the breath gives you. You do whatever it is that your breath gives you. Okay? Long, short, some breaths will be longer, some breaths will be shorter. Doesn't matter. The point is that you stay even and that vibration happens in your brain. Okay? Alrighty, let's begin. So middle fingers on the forehead. Thumbs putting pressure on that overlap so that it blocks out the noise. Keep your eyes closed so that you don't have any outside stimulation, so you can just focus on, and we don't begin with Om. We begin with We're not chanting Om, we're just vibrating that last part of Om. Alrighty, breathe in and let's begin. Slowly and gently lie down on your back, keeping your eyes closed. If you need a blanket, do so. We're going to be doing Yoga Nidra. Lie down in Shavasana in corpse pose. You're lying on your back. Your feet are about a foot, 2 feet apart. Whatever your sweet spot is for comfort and relaxation in your body, do that. I can't tell you the distance. Only you know where the lower part of your body just completely melts and relaxes. So make sure that you go there. Let the feet go. They'll tend to want to go toward the outside. Let that happen. Let them be relaxed. Your arms are at your side, palms facing toward the sky. The arms are next to you, but they're not touching your body. And your palms are facing the sky. And as you're breathing in, become aware of the breath entering the body. And as you're breathing out, become aware of it leaving the body. As you breathe in, the breath rises. And as you breathe out, the breath goes down. As you're breathing in, I want you to see how your stomach rises. And as you breathe out, I want you to be conscious of the stomach deflating, going down. Just observe it. I don't want you to try to make it happen because this is the way your body wants to breathe. I just want you to observe it happening. It may be a very subtle movement. Don't try to make it bigger. I just want you to observe it happening. As you're breathing in, the stomach rises. And as you're breathing out, the stomach goes down. And now I'd like you to observe your breath. As the breath is coming into your body, it's going into the nostrils. It's going past the upper palate, the larynx, the pharynx, the larynx, the windpipe, the bronchial passages, and into the lungs. It fills the lungs. And as you're breathing out, it leaves the lungs, goes through the bronchial passages, up the windpipe, the larynx, the pharynx, past the upper palate, and out the nostrils. Just observe. It's happening whether you want it or not. That's the way it happens, and I want you to be the observer of that. The beauty of that. And now I want you to observe what it is that makes that breath happen. Without it, the breath wouldn't happen. that energy that pushes the breath into the body, that prana. Go beyond the breath to what it is that makes that breath happen as you're breathing in. Observe it, pushing that breath into the body. And as you're breathing out, observing the breath being pushed out of the body by prana. It's a beautiful process, that energy that's entering the body. I want you to become aware of the personality of that energy. Prana is always balanced. Prana is always in harmony. Prana is always at ease. Prana is love. The personality of prana is consistent love, consistent balance, consistent harmony and ease. As you're observing it flowing through your body, I want you to become aware of that. And what does that mean? That means that that's who we are too. That life force that fills us, that life force that is us, gives us that gift. That's who we are. As you're breathing in, I want you to let go of any anger you might have been feeling. And as you're breathing out, I want you to allow compassion to settle in place of that anger. As you're breathing in, I want you to be aware of any fear you might be feeling. And as you're breathing out, excuse me, I'd like you to replace it with strength, with faith in that balance. Excuse me. As you're breathing in, I want you to be aware of any disease. And as you're breathing out, I want you to replace it and let it go. Excuse me, I'm sorry, with ease. Become aware of being in harmony where there's disharmony. Become aware of being love. Let's try to let go of those experiences that may be causing pain, that may be causing fear, that may be causing anger and discomfort. They don't serve us, and they're not necessary to us. It's time to let them go. I will be chanting, and I'd like you to coordinate your breath with me. I will begin by saying let, and I'd like you to breathe in with let. And then I will say go. I'd like you to breathe out with go. And let's begin. Breathe in, let, and breathe out, go. Breathe in, let, breathe out, go. In, let, out, go. In, let, out, go. In, let, out, go. Let, go. Let, go. Let, go. Let, go. Now we'll be transitioning into so, hum. Breathing in with so and breathing out with hum. I am that. Breathe in, so. Breathe out, hum. Breathe in, so. Hum. So. Mentally continue with so, breathing in, and hum, breathing out. Repeat it to yourself. Purnamadaha Purnameda Purnamudachyate Purnashva Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishate. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Become aware of your breath. as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Point your toes away from you and relax them. Make a fist of your hands and hold them tight and relax them. Bring your right arm overhead on the ground and turn onto your right side. Let your head rest on your arm as if you were sleeping on your side. Bring your left knee in front of you, bend it. Bring it in front of you. Your right leg is extended and straight. Bring your left palm in front of you as well. Make yourself comfortable. Let any kinks that have settled in your back work themselves out. Become aware of the state in which your body is right now. Become aware of the state the mind is right now. Be aware of your intention, that intention that you set for today. And let that settle in you throughout the day. Don't just leave it here. Slowly and gently, use your arms. Please don't use your back, and sit up facing me with your eyes closed. Bring your palms in your lap, right palm holding the left and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Put your mind where your heart is. And put your heart where your mind is. And let that be what guides you. Om Shanti. Namaste. And slowly, very slowly, and very gently,